नमो नमः। सर्वेभ्यो नमस्कारः। गुरुभ्यो नमः। Shubhodayam. Today is the 9th day of our classes on yoga. Towards the end of the course, we have 1 month yoga classes. And so far we have almost completed 2 weeks. Another 2 weeks are left. We will start the session with Vande Mataram and then Prarthana. Kalachari Prabhu garu, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam, Sufalam, Malayajasitalam, Sasyasyaamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayaminim pullakusumita drumadala shobhinim suhasinim sumadhura bhashinim sukhadam varadam mataram vande mataram. Vande Mataram. Namaskar.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లాచెట్టి బాబు గారు. Now let us request Jayashree garu to chant Prarthana, please.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. మెడిటేషన్ పవన్. Close your eyes. Just try. Concentrate on your breath. Three times Omkara.
ముచ్చేసావా?
ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवश्रमस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु। ॐ श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरुवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव। ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। శ్రీగురుభ్యో
ధన్యవాదములండి.
ధన్యవాదాలు సార్.
Now let us request our Guruji CSR Prabhu Garu to start the webinar, please.
Okay, we'll start with yogic Sukshma Vyayama, and we start with cleaning of the throat. Quick and short breath, hands tight, legs tight together. Quick and short breath to clean the throat with air. Next, Prarthana. Press this here like this and concentrate on our use. Maharshi Kartikeya, who gave this Sukshmayam to us, his photo is there in the book on Sukshmayama. He lived for 350 years in Himalaya and left the body on his own will. Next, we go for the brain, 3 parts of the brain. Buddhi, Tatha, Triti. This is the part for Buddhi and Triti. So bend the neck back and repeat the same breathing. While concentrating here, wherever you concentrate, that part will be activated. The prana will be directed towards that part. Then Smarana Shakti Vikasik for the memory of this part. Bend the head 45 degrees, concentrate here and next Medha Shakti Vikasik for this part. Press the chin to the chest, close the eyes and repeat the same breathing by concentrating here. Next, for the eyes, I'm putting out the lights. You also put out the lights. No lights, so I do the lights. Keep your finger near the eyes, 6 inches. Lift the finger along with the eyes without closing the eyes. Go to the top and keep looking at it until your eyes burn. Your eyes burn. Close your eyes. Repeat it 6 times. This will press the ciliary muscles to get more blood circulation for power of accommodation. Then we go for the Kapola Kashikvika for teeth and cheeks. Close your nostrils with two thumbs. Make your tongue like a spoon. And breathe in through the mouth and hold the breath by pressing the chest. Close the eyes. After some time holding the breath, lift up and breathe out. Repeat it 6 times. So due to the pressure of the air, fresh air, oxygen, there are particles remaining in the teeth cavities will be oxidized and mouth fresh. Also become fresh. Next, Annashakti Vikas, same thing as previous, but also adding the ears closing. And don't remove from the ears 6 times or completed after 6 times. Yes. Otherwise, the same thing. Eyes are also closed. Viva Shakti Vikasa, number 1. Number 2. Keep your feet together, joined, and hands stretched. 3. Don't continue in the same direction. Always revolve down, back. Coming back here. And 4. Pull the neck upwards. Breathe out and down. Next, Skantata Bahumula Shakti Vikasa for the shoulder joints. Close your fists from the side, tight and tighten the elbows. Don't bend the elbows while moving the shoulders up and down while holding the breath after breathing in the mouth, the tongue, and the spoon. Close your eyes, press chin to the chest while holding breath and put shoulders. Next, we go for hand exercise. Close your fist down side. Keep the hands erect. Take deep breath. Next, close your fist and revolve your hand. Abdominal exercise. Breathe out and pull the abdomen. Abdominal breathing. Pull the abdomen inside when you breathe out. Push it forward when you breathe. Same thing up, looking up. Looking down. Or Kaak Mudra. Breathe in through the mouth with tongue as a spoon. Hold the breath while blowing the cheeks and closing the eyes and pressing. Just while blowing the abdomen. Hold the breath for some time. Lift up and breathe out through the nose. If you hold it too long, it will PD and collapse. Now, bend 60 degrees and repeat the same breathing. This is called Agni Sahara Kriya. Not this, next one. Again, next 90 degrees. Next, this is Agni Sahara Kriya. Breathe out at 60 degrees and shake your abdomen up and down without breath. Once again, 60 degrees. Gradually. Then we have Nauli Kriya. Is breathe out, pull in the abdomen inside and press here. Get a vertical column in the center. If you lift it, one hand, it will shift to the other. And I'm going to show you some new exercises for the trunk. Kati Shakti Vikasa. So Kati Shakti Vikasa number 1. Keep your legs together joined. Then keep your hands tight like this. One of holding the hand. Breathe in and go backwards. Breathe out, go forward. Kati Shakti Vikasa number 2. Stretch your legs as much as you can. touch the head to the ground while bending forward. It's a little difficult, but you can try. Yeah. Then we have Katisha Krikas 3, which is breathing out and pushing the hands back. Trying to touch the head to the knees. Then we have next exercise of Katisha Krikas, which is your hands like this and the chest, breathing out. Legs separate. Breathe out, filling the abdomen. Then we have Kati Chakra Shakti Vikasa, which is throwing hands back while breathing out. Keeping the legs separately. Take a deep breath. Go back, touch the hand. Shoulder. Then we go for the Uladhara Shakti Vikasa. That is for the rectum. Pulling the rectum upwards while breathing in. Tightening the legs, thighs, and buttocks. Pull up while breathing in and hold it as long as you can for a few seconds. And then breathe out and release. Or pull up the rectum by breathing in and holding it. Next, legs 4 inches apart and repeat the same, pulling up the rectum while breathing in. This is good for prostatic gland, urinary bladder, and also good for reproductive system as well. 1 foot apart, the first exercise Svadhisthana Chakra Sutti. Pull up both the rectum and bladder together upwards while breathing in and hold it, while pulling up the legs, thighs, and buttocks. Breathe out when you release. Three times. Next, we have then reverse breathe out, go up. Then we go for Kunchi. Is an exercise for peace. Then we have exercise easy chair. Next. Stack and fly. Stand on the toes. Last savas. Deep breathing. Turn to the left. Turn to the center. Turn to the right. Then turn to the center. Okay, get up and sit down in Padmasana and Pranayama. Today we have completed the entire Sukshrama, but we'll skip the asanas. Keep breathing from left to right, right, inhalation, exhalation. Keep this focus for about 10 minutes. Sectional breathing. Breathe through the upper chest. Mid chest. Abdominal breathing. Okay, we will now do the Astrika Pranayamam. We have already done in standing position in the Sukshmayama, but this we'll do in sitting position. This is regular pranayama is in sitting position in Padmasana. So again, we do use the stool. Breathe in through the left, or breathe out to the right, or if you breathe in to the left and breathe out to the right, and breathe into the right and breathe out to the left, it will be ordinary Anulom Vilom Pranayama. But Astrika means the abdominal breathing. When you breathe out, the abdomen should go backwards, inside, and when you breathe in, it should come forward. That is the main concept of Astrika. Astri means bellows type of breathing. What is bellow? Bellow means first do left to left, inhale with left and exhale with abdomen movement. Now right to right, inhale with right, exhale with right, with abdomen. Now left to right, inhale with left and exhale with right. Then right to left, inhale with right and exhale with left. Now left to right, right to left. Inhale with left, exhale with right, exhale, inhale with right, exhale with right. Abdominal move. Now slow down again and go for Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. Now you start doing meditation. Observe your thoughts, observe your mind first. Keep your hands like this. Stage one is observing your thoughts, your mind. Stage 2 is to feel your breathing going in and coming out. Stage 3 is to feel Soham inside mind with every breath. Inhalation, so, exhalation. So, hum. Inhale, so, exhale. So, hum. So, hum. So, hum. So, hum. So, hum. Just same as hum, so, hum, so, hamsaha, paramahamsa. हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात्. हंसो राम सदाशिवः. Paramatma is hamsa. Hamso 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 ham. Then just blankness. Then we go for Om. Om is Supreme Being, Brahman, Paramatma, Ishvara. We are part of that, we are one with. So Ham means only that. Take deep breath and chant Om, long sound, and get absorbed Total silence, blankness, be within yourself. Your nature is Satchidananda. You exist, Chit is consciousness, and Ananda is your true nature. Anando, Hamanando, Hamanando, Hamanandam. Anando, Hamanando, Hamanando, Hamanandam. Satchidanandam. Infinite, eternal, Satchidanandam is your true nature. Okay, now we go for the theory class. How much time we have?
15 minutes.
So there are different types of yogas. Hatha yoga, Raja yoga, Karma yoga, Bhakti yoga, Jnana yoga. All are covered in the Bhagavad Gita and also in various other Upanishads and even in the Vedas and even in Mahabharata and Ramayana, everywhere. We have already discussed the historical evolution of yoga from the Vedas yesterday. Today we will be covering the Bhakti Jnana Karma. So the true nature of man, that is myself or yourself, is divine. As Swami Vivekananda also said, every being is potentially divine. That means it is God. You are actually God. But then you are lost from your original nature into manhood or livinghood. And he is unaware of his divinity. Man is unaware of his divinity because he is falsely identifying himself with the body and the attributes of the body, like name, form, designation, address, so on, and many other objects outside the body also, like car and building and various other money and so on. So this false identification made him feel imperfect and subject to sorrow and decay and death. So body will die, but I don't die. I am infinite, eternal, perfect. That realization is immortal. This happens due to ignorance. When man transcends this wrong knowledge, he is relieved of his sorrows. So the transcendence is not just theoretical, but it is real and experiential and feeling in life. So yoga aims at human evolution from lower strata to higher strata at all levels of existence: physical, mental, psychological, psychical, or spiritual. So every effort directed to achieve a developed state of evolution is called yoga. Survey of yoga traditions reveals the existence of a variety of approaches, techniques, and practices since ancient times, from the Vedic period itself. In the Vedas themselves, is the most ancient, oldest book of the world, is Rig Veda. The Vedic and Upanishadic sources give evidences to the existence of numerous types of yoga schools with different techniques, as early as the Vedas and the Upanishads. The different schools of yoga which have existed since quite early Vedic period did not develop separate identities over a number of generations. They remained as if it's all one. This made Patanjali possible to absorb, synthesize, and bring out a systematic exposition of concrete yoga school. So in fact, the Yoga Darshana was not separately there. It was part of the Vedas, the Sanatana Dharma, Hinduism. So it was not separately identified. The computer science was not there when I studied. It was part of electrical engineering. It became separate later. So Ayurveda, Yoga were merged together. So also Yoga and Vedanta were merged together. And so also Sankhya and Yoga were merged together. So Yoga became a separate entity over a period of time, and Patanjali made it crystallized by his Yoga Sutras. The first systematic, comparative, comprehensive, and integral school of yoga is nothing but Buddhism on its own right. Another school of yoga that is slightly older even than Buddhist school is Jainism. We think they are different religions. They are basically schools of yoga. But in its literature was composed several centuries later than Buddhism. Though Jainism was before Buddhism, the literature was composed much later to Buddhist. In general, the spiritual seekers are classified under 4 types. The first characteristic is discriminating reasoning, logically analytical, philosophical mind. That is the first category. The second category is the psychic type. Psychic doesn't mean mental case. A psychological person with emotions and feelings and states of mind existence, which responds more to mental stimuli than to sense stimuli. Senses are bringing stimuli from outside world, but a psychologically sensitive person will be mentally very sensitive, emotions and feelings. Third is devotional, loving type of person who will be very sublime, easily getting emotional into divine love. Fourth is active type, who is very active doing social service and conducting various activities, never takes rest, that kind of a person. So for all these four types of persons, we have four types of yoga. That is the Jnana Yoga for first reasoning, intelligent, logical, analytical persons, and emotional, psychological, psychic oriented, mentally sensitive persons. We have Raja Yoga with experiential dimension. And third, we have Raja Yoga means our Ashtanga Yoga or Patanjali Yoga. Then we have the emotional, devotional, sublime people for whom we have Bhakti Yoga, who naturally have a tendency to be devotional. Then the fourth is Karma Yoga for those who want to act, go on doing things, various activities like organizing things. You can see such type of people who will organize various events or execute certain activities, mobilize people, get things done, like bureaucracy or administration, execution type. That is Karma Yoga, or is meant for them. So the word yoga means uniting or joining. The principles and practices used by each type of aspirant to purify the imperfect personality and join the same with the pure, perfect, divine personality is called yoga. Jivatma, Paramatma, Samyoga eva yoga. It is a science of progressive transformation of human existence from less evolved into more evolved. Hence, it is also called a science of human evolution. The method followed for the discriminated type is called Jnana Yoga. The method followed for psychic type is Raja Yoga. And the method followed for emotional, devotional type is Bhakti Yoga. And the method followed for the active type is Karma Yoga. Since time immemorial, the knowledge of yoga has been handed down from teacher to student by oral transmission. In this process, as time progressed, much was added and much was left out or changed. This resulted in the rise of several schools of yoga. Among them, 6 major schools of yoga. There are Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Hatha Yoga, and Mantra Yoga. So Hatha Yoga is actually one and the same as Raja Yoga, first part of it. Mantra Yoga is like mantra chanting, Japan and all that. It came out of the Tantra Shastra, Agam Shastra. So now we will discuss about the Raja Yoga. It is the science of mind. Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and for that we have been discussing all the time. Basically, the idea is to calm the mind. Yoga Chittavritti Nirodha. Chittavritti means the revolutions, rotations in the mind, thought process. How to calm them down. If you can calm them down, what will happen? Tathad Brashtu Swarupe Avasthanam. Vritti Sarupi. When they are calmed down, you are in your own self, by yourself. Otherwise, you are getting identified or carried away or experiencing the thought process or emotional process or mental process. Chittavritti is that one. So to calm down the Chittavrittis, we are doing all these things. You have seen how in meditation, at the end of how your mind is so calm, you are able to be in yourself. Swastha, that is being in yourself. Atmastha yoga. Yoga is defined as being in yourself. In fact, the word swasthya in Hindi means health, which actually means a state of being established in yourself. If you are established in yourself without any encumbrances, without any aberrations, without any deviations, without any distractions, without any mental modifications, without this, then you are automatically healthy. That's the way to be healthy and happy. So to make the mind calm, there are many techniques. We have seen the meditation techniques, and they are aimed and helped by the pranayama before meditation. Question is, what way Sankhya? Sankhya is the theoretical framework, Prakriti Purusha framework, which is the basic framework used in yoga also and elsewhere. It is a theoretical framework. Yoga is a practical science. So both are same in the sense, yoga is a practical processes, dimensions involved in Sankhya, whereas Sankhya is just the theory. So we will be covering Sankhya philosophy as a separate unit is there, separate chapter that we'll be covering later. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Sankhya has been explained, Yoga has been explained, Bhakti has been explained. All the Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, all have been explained. One chapter each. Sixth chapter is Raja Yoga, Atma Samyama Yoga, and Dhyana Yoga are same. Karma Yoga is third chapter. Second chapter onwards, it is explained. And Jnana Yoga is explained in the fourth chapter and many other chapters also later. And Bhakti Yoga is explained very clearly in the 12th chapter and also in other chapters here and there. So as we have already discussed in the Raja Yoga, we have the Ashtangas, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Samadhi. So Yama means controlling principles. Yama doesn't mean one fellow sitting with the buffalo and all that. It means Kala Yama means time, the controlling principle. So everything is controlled by time, Kala Yama. And Yama generally means control, Samyama, Niyama. All means control, regulation. So what are the principles of control or regulation? Civilizational, foundational principles are called yamas. That is satya, truth, ahimsa, non-violence, asteya, non-stealing, brahmacharya, chastity, and aparigraha. That is non-accumulation or non-possessionness. So these 5 principles are so foundational. Patanjali calls them Sarvabhauma Mahavratam. They are sovereign universal oaths. In fact, any religion, Buddhism, Jainism, or even for that matter, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Zoroastrianism, you take any religion, they are all upholding these 5 principles. It is not being told clearly by them, but it is there. We have proved in our book on Dharma Yoga that the Dharma, which are all these comprise Dharma, is core essence of all religious scriptures. They are telling the same thing, but it is not understood, it is not interpreted correctly. Like, for example, violence. When I told non-violence is mentioned in the Quran, people are not ready to believe, but it is there. So, these 5 principles, of course, 100% perfection is not possible. And exceptions and conditions are there. Like ahimsa paramo dharma, dharma himsa cha. That is, even though ahimsa is paramo dharma, dharma himsa is also accepted. Dharma himsa means police punishments or judicial punishments or parental control and punishments, that kind of thing, is considered as dharma himsa as per dharma himsa. Is also considered as, similarly, brahmacharya is total celibacy is for a brahmachari, but for married persons, there is a separate brahmachari. That is loyalty to the spouse and not indulging in adultery. So that has to be understood clearly. And any obligation to Ashtanga Yoga, Hatha Yoga are one and the same, except that Hatha Yoga limits itself more into physical aspects. They are there, like asana, word asana is one of the Ashtangas in Raja Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. But here we have something like 100 asanas. There they will talk just very briefly about asana. Similarly, pranayama, Patanjali has dedicated 3 sutras for pranayama. Sati Prachardhana Vidharanabhyam Va Pranasya, one of the methods to achieve Samadhi, and also Dirgha Sukshmaha, Sat Dirgha Kala, that is, Dirgha Sukshma, Desha Kala, that is, different techniques, just he summarizes very briefly, but the elaborate explanation and practices are shown in Hatha Yoga. So Raja Yoga is usually taken as the higher aspect of yoga, and Hatha Yoga is the first aspect of the asanas and other things, physical aspect. We are covering both our course. In the beginning, we are doing Hatha Yoga, and the end, we are covering Raja Yoga in every session, every day. So mental process, starting with pranayama, it is called Raja Yoga. Otherwise, it is the same thing. Yoga, Raja Yoga. There is no Hatha Yoga without Raja Yoga, there is no Raja Yoga without it. If you say you are practicing Raja Yoga without Hatha Yoga, like some organizations claim Raja Yoga they are teaching, and they don't teach any Hatha Yoga, and that is a failure. It's going to be a failure. Because without pranayama, the mind is never going to be purified or calm. So the yamas I have explained, Satya, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya, Asteya, Aparigraha. These are the foundational principles for all law. If you take law in any country, they will be the foundational guideline principles for that particular country's law. And also for all religious oaths, religious practices, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism, or even Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Baha'ism, all the possible Zoroastrianism, they all will uphold these 5 principles, yamas, Satya, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya, Asteya, Parigraha. And then the niyamas are desirable. The first yamas are non-negotiable, universal, sovereign, civilizational values and principles, whereas niyamas are desirable practices. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Isvara. Tapas is austerity, different types of tapas. Isvara Pranidhana is dedicating to Ishvara whatever you have done. And tapas and Shaucham is purity, physical, mental, intellectual. In fact, the word Islam means Ishvara Pranidhana. So a lot of people don't know that. So Shaucha, Santosha, satisfaction, contentment. With whatever you have, should be contented instead of being restless and craving forever for things which you don't have. Vyaptinjandaka Vagavaka Praptam Bagule Samaina Padivelanu Chantruptinjandani Manujud Saptadvipamulani Yadina Sakambadne. You are not going to be satisfied with what you have. You will never be satisfied even if you conquer the whole globe. Then you may think of going to the next, like KCR, he was not satisfied with a full-fledged, perfect Telangana owner, chief minister position. He wanted to become prime minister. He changed the name of the party, did all kinds of crazy things. Finally, what happened? Collapsed. So that's what happens if over-ambitious. So contentment, santosha. Santosha means happiness. Children are naturally happy without any reason. That is ananda, happiness. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Isvara Pranidhana, Niyamas. Yama, Niyama, Asanas, as I told you, we have already learned some asanas. We will be teaching some more asanas. Today I have shown the entire Sukshma Yama in one shot. And maybe I will start asanas after a few days. So the static asanas are Padmasana, Sukhasanas, Vajrasana, and Siddhasana. So they are the meditative asanas where you can sit for a long time. Whereas other asanas are not meditative, but they're dynamic. There's motion involved, there's breathing involved. They have specific effects. Basically, they work on the endocrine bands and regulate the hearts. And pranayama, we have seen how is a very vast subject. There are 2 types of pranayama. One is Hatha Yoga pranayama and another is Raja Yoga. Hatha Yoga pranayama means the Astrika, which I showed today. Astrika, Kamari, Kapala, Surya Veda, Sitali, Sitkari, all these are Yoga pranayama. Raja Yoga pranayama means Anulom Vilom pranayama, going in different ratios, going towards purification of the nervous system. Sarecha Purai Nandasya Kumbhai Sarvasuradi विशोधिता स्वनाहता दम्बृहादे स्वात्मावगम्य स्वयमेव बोधः. Through pranayama, an internal transformation process will happen, and after that the steps of pratyahara, dharana, dhyana and samadhi will take place one after the other under the Guru's guidance. The path which I have learned is that so pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi is absorptions samadhi. So we have covered Raja Yoga fully. Tomorrow we'll try to cover Jnana Yoga and later Bhakti Yoga, and tomorrow is Monday. And close the session.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Thank you so much. You want to take any questions or later? Okay, since the session is closed.
సార్ ఒక చిన్న క్వశ్చన్ సార్. అస్తేయ అపరిగ్రహకి డిఫరెన్స్ రెండు ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఒకటే కదా, వెళ్ళిపోయారా సార్?
Looks so.
ఓకే ఓకే, రేపు అడుగుతాం.
రేపు అడగండి. Okay, now let us go for Prarthana.
Yes, sir. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु। स्वस्ति। ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదములండి జయశ్రీ గారు. Now let's go for national anthem. చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు.
नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता
సింధు గుజరాత మరాఠా ద్రావిడ ఉత్కళ వంగా వింధ్య హిమాచల యమునా గంగా చల జలధి గంగా తవ శుభ నామే జాతి తవ శుభ ఆహిష
जय
गाहि तव जय गाधा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। जय हिंद। ధన్యవాదాలండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు.